Okay, hello everyone. Guys, we're looking at the day 2 assignments here. I haven't opened them up yet for everyone, but they're not visual yet. All right, guys, again, we always start with the essential question. That's the homework check. All right, the essential question is in the slideshow. This is a copy of the slideshow. I open it in a separate tab. It's right there, guys. How can graphs and tables help you solve quadratic equations? Okay. Go ahead and type that in there. It's worth 3 points. Guys, number 2, what does it mean to find the solution to a quadratic equation? All right, that's what we're looking at here. We're looking at solutions to quadratic equations. All right, that's where it crosses the x-axis. The solution is the values of x which make the function 0. Basically, when is y equal to 0? Well, what's the x then? That's the solution, okay? Values of x that make y 0. There it is. All right, if you graph a quadratic equation, where's the solution always located? Again, guys, you can graph it where it crosses or touches the x-axis. Where it crosses or touches the x-axis, that's the solution. Okay? The x-intercepts, that's the solution. As a table of values, if it shows no exact solution, how can you find an approximate solution? Guys, there's an example down here. We're looking at tables basically all day today. Again, if you make a table, guys, look for the y values of 0. And then look back to what the x value is. That's the solution when y is 0. But sometimes it doesn't actually show the 0. All right, but you can see where it goes from negative to positive or from positive to negative. It must have crossed through 0 right here somewhere. So you can go back to the x and approximate between 0 and 1. The solution is somewhere between 0 and 1. Okay? You can say, well, it's a half. All right? Find where the x values change where the y values, change from positive to negative and approximate the x value. That's it. All right, guys, the next thing we'll look at here is the warm-up. Go ahead and open it up if you haven't yet. Look at how many solutions does this quadratic equation have? Well, it crosses the x-axis in 2 places, has 2 solutions. All right, how many solutions does this one have? It comes down, just touches the x-axis in 1 place. 1 solution. All right, this one never touches the x-axis. It's up above the x-axis up here. All right, has no real solutions. Number 4, it touches right here, and it comes over now out of the picture. Out of the picture, it's going to touch again. It's going to touch again. It has 2 solutions. All right, this one has 2 solutions, not 1 solution. It's not just touching at the vertex. And not no solutions, because it's below the x-axis. It goes up and touches it, okay? 2 solutions. All right, guys, next is the worksheet. I'll put it underneath the document cam. All right, guys, it's already done for you. All we do with these tables and try to find where y is 0, and then look for the value of x. This first table, there's no y of 0, but it must have crossed 0 right here, where it went from positive to negative, and here it went from negative to positive. It must have crossed through 0 right in here. So I look back at the x, somewhere between 3 and 4, so I just said 3.5, and somewhere between 0 and 1, so I approximate a half. All right, the next one, look at the y's for 0, pretty easy. Here's 0, so one answer is -4. Here's another 0, so one of the other answers is -2. Okay, those are the solutions. The values of x that make y 0. All right, same with number 3. There's 2 y 0s. Look back, -2 and 3 are the 2 answers. All right, this one we have to approximate here again because it goes from positive to negative right here. There's no zero marked. And here goes from negative to positive. So they must have gone through zero somewhere in between here. So I approximated my solution. All right, negative 1.5 and 1.5. All right, this one here, again, it goes from positive to negative right here and back from negative to positive right here. So I went right in between, 2.5 here and negative 2.5. This one right here is the parent function. It just touches. They're showing it right here, y equals x squared. It touches once at 0, doesn't show the other half, but we know this one just touches at 0. All right, number 7 again. It switches from positive to negative back to positive right here. All right, guys, so we know that somewhere in between 2 and negative 2, there must be a solution. So come back in here between 0 and 1. And here between negative 2 and 4, there must be a solution. It must have crossed through 0 somewhere in there. So back up here between 1 and 2, I picked 1.5, okay? All right, this one got the 2 zeros are already marked. Just take them, negative 1 and 5. Here again, the 2 zeros are already marked. Just take it, negative 2 and negative 1. Same with this one, the 2 zeros are already marked. All right, so I got negative 3 and 1. I think these last two are repeats from problems you already had. I should have taken them out. This one again is negative 1.5 and 1.5, and this one is negative 2 and 3. Those are two, we already had them earlier. All right, guys, the last thing, the exit ticket, it's right here. And I'm going to hustle through it because I'm running out of time here. And guys, if a table of values for a quadratic shows no exact solution, how can you find it? You find where the y values change from positive to negative and approximate the x value, okay? That's what we just did a bunch of times. What's the solution to this? It touches right there at 1. The solution is x equals 1, right there. What are the solution of solutions? Where it crosses. Crosses there at 2 and negative 3. Right? What's the solution of solutions? X squared minus 2x minus 3. Let's put it in decimals. X squared minus 2x minus 3 is that one right there. All right. Where's it cross? Take a look. 3 it crosses. And negative 1 it crosses. Negative 1 and 3. Those are the two answers. I look at the next one. X squared plus x plus 1. Put it in decimals. It's right there. Oop, it's above the x-axis. It never touches the x-axis. It has no real solution. No real solution to that one, okay? Number 6, we can come down here and take a look. Look where the zeros are in the y. There's a 0, so one answer is negative 4. Here's another 0. One answer is 1. Negative 4 and 1. Yep, right there. Last one, guys, what's the solution? I'm looking here, it's positive and getting smaller till it hits 1 and then it starts getting bigger. It never seems to cross the x-axis, but I want to double check, so I put it in decimals so we could look at it. It's right here, it never touches the x-axis. All right? Comes down kind of by 1 and then starts going back up. All right, so there's no real solution. No real solution for that one, okay? Guys, that's it. I'm out of time. Hope that helped. Thanks.